Second for four.
All five.
It's gonna go.
Speeds on that.
Ski on the sand. They're gonna sand there or fucking slow.
Biking year round. Just have to work something.
All right, let's see, move this all around. All right, you guys can see this up here. All right, we've got people still checking in here. So we have. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Get you guys out of this hot room, hopefully soon. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna start from Andy.
Oh, man.
So, or do you want to start? Oh, here.
The next.
Yep. Maybe. There we go. All right. If I can get my dog.
All right, while Nikki's setting up that last little bit, we're gonna start by going through the amazing folk that we've got in the back of the room. A combination of long-term volunteers, short-term volunteers, career members that have been both volunteer and career members that have been just career here at Aspen Fire. They're gonna go through, introduce themselves. They're going to tell you their name, their rank, their years in the fire service. And we're going to skip the favorite part of the fire service, but we're going to go right to something unique about us, about each one of us. So we're hopefully going to get some of them to stand up and come to the front, but chances are they're going to stay back there and you got to train your necks around to do that. We'll go ahead and start with Chief Andy Fisher.
Hello. My name is Andy Fisher. I'm one of the deputy chiefs here at Aspen Fire. I've been in the fire service for 15 years. I started here in Aspen in March this year. So I also am class of 26. Actually, I will say my favorite part of the fire service is the community, the family. It is more than just a job or a hobby. It is all of this right here. So it's amazing. I think you're going to love it. And something unique about me, and I was in a terrible rock band that toured around the Western United States for 10 years. And it was amazing. We sold one album on iTunes. The drums. Let's go.
All right. And I just got overruled, so we will stick with the favorite part of the fire service as well.
My name is Michael Holmes. I'm a lieutenant here on the shift at Aspen Fire. A little over 8 years in the fire service. Favorite part is, of course, being part of this team. It's amazing people. Something unique about me. You got anything?
Your quads. Me? There you go. Mixed company, mixed company.
You're all in the
hair. His hair is as long as one of our females. And Jeff's is pretty.
My name is Will Shoesmith. I'm one of the lieutenants. I'm on shift. Been in the fire service for about 13 years. Last 5 here with Aspen Fire. My favorite part of the fire service, every day is different. Problem solvers. It's interesting. That's for sure. And something unique about me, I got my pilot's license before I got my driver's license. So it's unique. Yeah, it's something. Right?
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow. You get to learn something too.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bobby. They call me Bobby. I have only one name. I've been here for 7 years. I was volunteer before. Now I'm working career. Great place to be. Like everybody said before me, if you stick around, you're gonna get a good thing out of this. And something unique about me, I talk funny.
That's not unique. Not today.
I thought really funny. You guys can.
Hi guys, girls. My name's Kevin Smith. I've been a volunteer for 28 years. The no rank right now, just a firefighter again. I've had many ranks, but nothing now. My favorite part is obviously all my bros, guys and girls. And something unique is how much smarter I am than all those people back there.
Definitely one of the people whose broad shoulders we all stand upon.
Hey folks, my name's Max. I'm a lieutenant on C shift. I've been in the fire service 11 years, 6 with Aspen Fire. Favorite part of the fire service, like most other people here, is the camaraderie. If I need help, if I need something, most people back there would be willing to drop whatever they've got going on to come help me. Something unique about me, I have a 4-year degree that I do not use in brewing and beverage technology.
I eventually guess you use it much more often.
Yeah.
Everybody, my name is Connor. I've been here for approximately 3 years. Just like you, I sat in those chairs 3 years ago, started off as volunteer, and as of 3 months ago, I just got hired on as the new career person for A shift. Yeah, 3 years in the fire service, something to favor about the fire service. I just love how challenging it is. It's always pushing me to do better every single day, both physically, mentally. I enjoy that a lot. Something unique about me, I'm probably one of the shortest members in the whole fire department. Yeah. Oh, aside from Bobby.
Hey guys, my name's Amerman. I'm a volunteer here for about 3 years now. My favorite part of the fire service is just every day is a new challenge. You're constantly learning something new that you can use in your daily life besides here. And that's really something unique. Something unique about me is I was a competitive freestyle skier for quite a few years before starting this. Thanks.
Hey everybody, my name is Ben Gottlieb, firefighter, C shift. Been here, been in the fire service for about 4 years, but been in emergency services for 20 years. My favorite part about this is the community and learning. It's constant learning. You will learn every day here, so I love that. And something unique is that I probably sweat more than anyone in our department. I got some of the vegetables.
This one talks more than everybody.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm Alex. I've been a volunteer here for 11 years. Good to see some familiar faces in here. My favorite thing about the fire department is probably the community. Like everyone said, being able to show up on the worst day of someone's life and make a difference. I love this community. Love giving back to it. Something unique about me, I speak Spanish fluently. Yeah.
Ryan Warren, volunteer firefighter, 8.5 years. My favorite is coming in here and having a good time with all these folks. And unique about me is I beat this man's father, Kevin Smitty, in a race.
You blew your hammy out though.
Yeah, it's good you do both hands.
I'm Sam Rose, a volunteer firefighter for 6 years now. My favorite part of the fire is just like everyone else's community, but I also love that we're the do it all department. Fire is just like one aspect. You get called, it's not medical or not like law enforcement, it's us. So you got to have a lot of different skill sets, which is pretty incredible. And something unique about me, I've been to 77 countries.
Very cool. What's your favorite? Hey, Nikki.
Yes.
I gotta go. Can I say, so I'm also a volunteer representative. There's 3 of them were elected positions and we're here specifically to help out volunteers or would-be volunteers. I want everybody to do me a favor, take down my number, and my name, and feel free to call me with any questions whatsoever. Nikki's gonna be able to answer anything, so are these folks, but you'll remember something a day or 2 from now. Feel free, give me a call, no problem, right? Text me, call me, whatever.
Before 6 a.m. after 10.
He likes to text at midnight.
Your answer will be different depending on what. I may have had at that time.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks for coming in here, folks.
All right, did you catch everybody? We got Amanda over here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Amanda, HR assistant. From City. You know, about the fire service is the fire family that we have. That everybody takes care of each other. It really is a family. I love that about this. And something unique about me, I play roller derby for Roaring Fork Roller Derby. My name is Amanda Chaos.
That's the risk.
I'm Scott Arthur. I'm the part-time division chief of training. I've been in the fire service for 42 years. I've been in emergency services for 49 years. And I know I look. My favorite thing, everyone keeps talking about the family of the fire service, and a lot of that family is sitting in this room. But just reminding you is that family is actually a brotherhood and sisterhood that is across the entire world. You can take a picture of yourself in your uniform in front of one of our Aspen fire trucks, walk into a fire station in Peru, and they'll probably invite you in for coffee and show you the trucks. It's not just here, it's everywhere. And the unique thing about me, these guys have all heard that I have 75 Hawaiian shirts. I want to congratulate you on your fashion sense today. But I'm going to throw out something that's a little bit newer for them too, is I proposed to my wife on top of Half Dome in Yosemite. Close. Fun. All right. And Nikki.
Oh, me. Let's see. Well, as I said, HR director, I've been here for almost 14 years. Particularly what's going on. And I mean, again, it's just the family part. My daughter is 17. She's a senior this year. And all of these guys have been such an influence. It's been amazing to watch her grow up since she was about 2 years old and create all these extended aunts and uncles. So that's been, you know, such a big thing for me and my family. Something unique about me. I don't know.
There's so many.
Gosh, I've been here for about 30 years. I actually am a little farm girl that comes from Northwest Minnesota. I used to drive tractors and sell minnows and do all that fun stuff. So that's not too much unique about me, but all right. Now, y'all come on in, have a seat.
Now it's your turn. And since you walked in last, you can go. Make you do that. Make you do that. But yeah, if we can go around, and we might want to start with the folks that are online, so we don't forget about them. And for you guys online, you can tell us your name, where are you originally from, how long have you been in the Valley, what excites you the most about being part of Aspen Fire, and then something unique about yourself. And Nathaniel, should we start with you? Don't hear Nathaniel.
Oh, it looks like he's muted. Oh, you might be muted, Nathaniel.
Well.
Oh, it's frozen.
Now his name, yeah, he might be frozen. Adam, why don't we go to you, and Nathaniel will try and come back to you because it looks like you're frozen.
Hey guys, my name is Adam, originally from Illinois, northern part, and I've been here in the Valley 3 years full time. Been in Colorado about 14 years now. What excites me is learning more about the fire aspect of things. I'm currently I work at AVH in the ER, so this is kind of, the other side of things I'm excited for. And something unique is that I grew up on an apple orchard up in Illinois.
Great, Adam, thank you very much. Nathaniel, do we have you back? I guess not. Okay.
Try to grab him at the
Cool. All right.
My name is Eric. I'm from Brazil originally. Been here in the Valley for 3 years. And what excites me about the fire department is like giving back to the community that helped me a lot, and I really appreciate being here. You know, something unique about me is I'm not so exciting, but I don't know. I'm from Brazil, I guess. I love the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously the plastic's like a talking stick, so you'll just have to pass it.
Hi, my name's Maisie. I'm originally from Washington State, and I've been here since February. What excites me the most about Aspen Fire is obviously the community aspect, but also staying physically strong and active. And something unique about me is my favorite animal is sharks, and I have shark dreams at least once a week.
Hello, everyone. My name's Tom. I'm originally from Minnesota. I moved out here in 1991 to go to college at Western State. Got a degree in wildlife biology there. And I guess what excites me and something unique about me is combined. I was on a wildland firefighting crew in the 80s and got my red card back then. I was into it then, and then I moved out to Colorado and worked for ski patrol at Monarch for a while and realized one day that making $5 an hour was not tenable. So went to college at Western State, got a degree, and ended up in Aspen. And so I guess that's the unique part is I was on a wildland crew a long, long time ago and kind of want to get back into it. So that's it.
Are we serpentine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Chris, and I'm originally from New Hampshire. Been in the Valley now, this time, third time back for about 5 years. And what excites me about being part of the fire department is giving back to the community. Also with the wildfire situation we have, only wildfire I fought ever was in Nicaragua right out of high school. That was exciting. Not much safety protocol going on there, but we were creating fire lines and such. But and you guys helped keep the house I live in from burning down this year, which was awesome. Thank you. Electrical fire, almost. Something unique about me, my first time in Aspen was winter of 83, 84. I tried to start a snowboard school at Aspen Highlands. Got a nice letter from the late Dick Merritt saying thanks, but no thanks. It's hanging up on display at the Eagle Airport now, part of the Colorado Ski Museum. So I'm an old school snowboarder.
How you guys doing? My name's Mike. I'm from Florida. I've been here about 7 years. I'm most excited to maybe try something new. You know, for me, it's like trying to. I wanted to get in the military years ago. Won't get into that story. Something happened, and then yeah, I always felt like I wanted to be a part of something more. So did a lot of careers. Just looking to do something different and unique. Not unique at all. Been to all 50 states. That's about it.
Hi, my name is Allie, short for Allison. I am also from Minnesota, so good to hear that. My accent's a little bit more thick though, because I'm fresh out of there. I've been in the Valley for 5 months. What brought me here is I'm a full-time dispatcher for Picton County, so I recognize a lot of you because I live over at 62. And excites me just, you know, watching the camaraderie at 62 and how you guys work. It's something that I really want to be a part of. And something unique about me is I was a professional pickleball player for quite a few years before it got really popular.
Hi, my name is Anita, and I am originally from Fort Collins, Colorado. And I moved to Aspen and then Woody Creek in the late 90s. And what excites me about Aspen Fire is absolutely the people, hands down, and also the terror or the fear of fire and the importance that, you know, that we place on it now because of the fire dangers. And something unique about me is that I raise peacocks. Really? That's good.
Hi, I'm Gina. I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona, so you'd think I'd be comfortable with the heat. But I've lived here for 25 years. I've been in the Valley for 25 years, with a few trips away, like down to Biloxi, Mississippi after Hurricane Katrina. What excites me most about being part of Aspen Fire, the physical fitness, learning about wildfire mitigation and the community. I have a little girl who's almost 8. And it was Allison that's into the roller derby. She's getting Amanda. Oh yeah, my kiddo is all about that. She's always on her roller skates. And something unique about me is I've created my own business where I get to work with animals. I especially love reptiles, amphibians, birds. Really, I love all animals. So thanks.
Hello, my name is Alejandro. I'm a little English. I'm from Chihuahua, Mexico. What's next? I'm here for 10 years. Next,
what excites him the most is just giving back to the community as well. Y algo diferente, único de ti.
I don't know. It's difficult. I don't know.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mark. I'm originally from Cheyenne, Wyoming. I started working at a bike shop here in Aspen 10 years ago. What excites me most about being in the fire department is one of my best friends is a volunteer firefighter where he lives, and he just said it was like one of the best decisions he ever made. So figured I'd check it out. Something unique about me. My wife and I rode our tandem bicycle from her parents' house in Albuquerque, New Mexico to Bariloche, Argentina. So this is a crazy trip.
Hi, guys. My name's Taylor. I'm from Long Island, New York. I was a certified EMTB in college. Never practiced with a company, but was certified. Been in the Valley 7 years since COVID. I played team sports my whole life, so what excites me is being part of a team and a brotherhood to help the community. Unique, I still play lacrosse for the men's league in Aspen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miles. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I've been here 8 years in November. Always been looking at joining here. I did my basic firefighter one when I was 25 working in Hawaii. And then got waitlisted in Dallas and then moved to Napa and started doing wine instead. So then picking this back up, but it's always something I've been interested in. I've worked with a couple of the guys in here and they're palatable. So I figure you guys might be okay. But like Taylor, which I've also worked with, I enjoy being a part of a team and kind of just that give everything and support each other type of mentality. I'm very much behind. I'm not that exciting. I'm on 59 countries, so I'm a bit of a traveler as well. So I'm catching up to you back here. Yeah.
I'm Keegan Smitty. I'm originally from here. I've been here for 25 years. Something that excites me the most is that these guys are my family. I grew up in this fire department. The big guy in the red is my old man. All these faces I see back here I've known forever. So it excites me that I'll get to see you guys more once I'm a part of the team. Something unique about me is despite being fairly athletic, I'm probably the worst softball player on the Aspen Fire softball team. So that's kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm Nathan Burns. I've been living in the Valley for 10 years now, and I'm excited to be a part of this program because I've the camaraderie, just like everyone else has been saying. I'm a raft guide here in the Valley, and we've gotten into some pretty wild situations, and knowing that my boatmates are there gives me the confidence to get through some pretty sketchy stuff. And I feel like I can find the same camaraderie in this group. A fun fact about me is I'm also an adaptive skier. If you ever see somebody in a wheelchair skiing down the hill, I'm usually on that lesson as well.
Thanks. And Nathaniel, can we try again for you?
Yeah, hey there. Sorry, I had to figure out how to turn my microphone on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you
Okay.
fine.
Great. I'm Nate from Southern Minnesota. Looking excited. I'm excited to grow my skill set and something unique. I'm Fabrizio's mailman, so check your mail, Fabi.
All right. Nathaniel, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead, talk a little bit about Aspen Fire. Our mission statement, so you can see it actually is right above the board here. Several years ago, we actually got together as a group from all different ranks and departments and such, and spent a couple days off premises and came up with what our mission was, our vision, and our values. So when you see these are actually designed and put together by many of us in this room that were here. And so again, raised about mission statement: protect our community and our environment by providing education, prevention, and response with professional excellence. Our vision statements, I'll just put that up there for a second. I'll let you guys read through that. And I think one of our most important pieces that we have is our core values. And as you'll see at the very top is people. You're going to hear a lot of that in everything that we do here. Everything goes back to people. Andy, Scott, anybody want to chime in on our values? I usually have the chiefs do this, but unfortunately, Chief couldn't be here with us.
I think it's so common once you see organizations adopt a set of values and they put them on the wall. And like I told you guys before, I came from another organization I was at for a very long time. It was a great organization. But then I came here and realized that people is bolded at the top of every list. It's bigger, it's more important. It is at the top for a reason. And the first thing I noticed about this place is that everyone here lives that. It is not just a word on the wall. The people are truly the most important. I felt that on day one, and I am certain that you will feel that if you decide to continue on with the organization. So, yeah, it's truly a gift to be part of an organization like this.
Just to tag on to that, it is the people in the room and the people that wear the uniform, but it is also the people, community, the people of Roaring Fork Valley. That people is all encompassing. Again, the reason why it's bigger, bolder than anything else up there is people is what we are about. Taking care of our people, taking care of those people. That's what we're all about.
I think, safety, health, we look out for people when it comes to that. Balance is a big thing too. In order for you to be successful here, you have to be balanced with your family, your work. Understand that those things have to come into play first. And we're right kind of sitting there in that next spot. But it's really important that we find that balance. Integrity, compassion, respect, growth. We are growing exponentially here, but not just as an organization, but as individuals as well. It's really encouraged for us to continue our education, continue learning. And then our forward thinking, super exciting things that are happening around here. With wildland fires, Pano AI cameras coming into play, our new drones coming in. We've got so much expertise here and just that forward thinking to keep us up and moving forward with everything that we do. Anyone to add anything to that? No? Okay. All right, moving on. This is our organizational chart here. You'll see it's a little bit different than what you see at a lot of places. A lot of times you see, your chiefs and your board of directors and everything on the very top working down. Ours is tipped a little bit. This is our base, our foundation that, our chief is here to support these, our deputy chief is supporting these teams. So you'll see our board of directors, that comes from the voters. They vote on we have a 5-person board. They're making the, financial decisions to run the organization. You got your fire chief, human resources, our fire prevention team, our executive assistant, our chaplain, Andy here. He's got the wildfire resilience team, the training, finance. And then your deputy chief here, Ken Jocelyn. He couldn't be here today. And this is our whole operational team as you see it. And then obviously we're here to support our community. And chime in if you guys have anything more on that. Right. Scott, you want to talk a little bit about this or you want me to? Okay. Kind of what we talked about. This is a list of all of our staffing. We have been growing, like I said, recently just added. This is what your day-to-day life looks like. We'll have pagers going off, well, not pagers anymore, your phones going off, radios going off. It's great to see you, spouses, significant others, friends, family that might have joined you today. You are also will be affected by this at 3 o'clock in the morning when that alarm is going off right in your ear. So you might be in the middle of dinner and they run off. So kind of gives you a little taste of that. Again, back to our staffing. These are all our administrative positions that we have going on to support our operational team. Recently, we've added a community engagement coordinator. We've got our wildfire resilience project coordinator, director of wildfire resilience, operations, so forth. Over here, just a list of kind of how our operational team breaks down with our administrative staff. We're 95 members. We've been growing like crazy. It's been really exciting. But we are still trying to grow the volunteer side of it. So shift coverage, we staff minimum of 8 that are on 24/7. They break out into 3 different shifts. You heard them talk about B shift, C shift and such. They do a 48 hours on, 96 off. Then the volunteers are sorted between the truck teams as part of that. You don't necessarily have to schedule their shifting on those same teams, but they'll rotate through. We count on our volunteers for our all-call response. That's your structure fires, your car accidents, your EMS calls and such. And then our wildland team, that division was just created. They came on right about the end of May. They'll be on through September, potentially expanded depending on what happens with their season. They're on 7 days a week and they split up into 2 teams. So there's always somebody on. And all right, I'm gonna hopefully be able to get this video going. Let's try.
After 24 years, I can honestly say I still enjoy going to the station. I still enjoy getting to a fire, adrenaline pumping, and keeping a calm, cool demeanor and doing what we were trained to do. It's well worth every minute and every hour that you put into it.
All right, that was 20-year volunteer Mike Hasefield. Another one that we sit on their shoulders. Let's see. Oops, there we go. Just a little bit about our district. We cover about 56 billion of property value. That's not even assessed, that's actual value. We're about 87 square miles. We have 5 stations. This is our downtown station 61. We have one right up across from the airport. Also Woody Creek in Aspen Village, and then we have another one up in Starwood as well. We are a Title 32 special district. We are owned, we are funded by the taxpayers and sales tax. Again, that's our board oversees that. It's voted on by the citizens. We are not part of the city or county. A lot of people think that, you know, we're under Pickens County's umbrella, but we are owned. These are our boundaries. Scott, you want to explain those a little bit more? It's hard to see, and we don't really need to get too much into it, but.
We don't need to get too much into it. Basically, we head down the Roaring Fork Valley to Woody Creek, up to the border of Snowmass Village. We actually go all the way up Castle Creek up to roughly the Pine Creek Cookhouse. We head out toward Independence Pass, and our district stops just past the city limits on Independence Pass, but we continue to respond all the way up to the top of the pass. That's our kind of a mutual aid area that we go all the way up there. So.
And as you heard somebody say, we do more than just fire. I think it was Sam. So you'll see here's a whole list of things and more. EMS, technical rescue, auto access, swift water, wildfire, hazmat, and so forth. Not really much cats in trees, bears in trees, iguanas, some other unique things that we've done around here. All right, before we run into this, I'm going to stop here for a second. You guys have a red and a green piece of paper in your hands. Everybody have one. Okay, just gonna do a little fun thing here. Okay, so you guys all chime in with any answers to this, do you feel?
So green is true and red is false. Everybody got it? I'm gonna ask you a few questions. You're gonna hold up which one you think it is, okay? Okay, so you need previous fire service experience to apply.
Right. Oh, we're going to talk about that up next and what that recruiting process looks like and expectations, what you're going to learn at CNC Academy to move forward.
Right. Next, volunteers respond to more than structured fires.
Okay, we just covered that one. That was easy.
Family support is important to succeeding as a volunteer. Absolutely, yeah.
We're going to stress it. You're going to hear it when you go through the interview process. One of the questions will be, have you talked to your spouse, significant other, friends, family, employer? Because it does affect them as well. So it is important to have those discussions because they will be using a little bit of your focus and your time. Hopefully not a lot because we want them still sitting as primary. They're going to be your cheerleader and hopefully, you know, help you through getting through the academy and such. So
training ends once you graduate from academy.
All right. Want to add on to that, Dahl?
Every day,
training.
every day is a school day. And as soon as you think you know everything you need to know about firefighting, then you become dangerous. Because there's always something to learn. There is always something that is trying to hurt you. And there is always something that you need to make sure you're looking out for yourself, for your fellow firefighters.
Okay, one more. Volunteers serve at community events as well as emergencies.
We, you know, our community loves to see our teams out there. The kids love to see the firefighters.
we do a lot, we do as many events as we possibly can staff to do. So being out at the schools, being at the library, reading books to the kids over at the preschools and stuff, dropping candy out at the Jewish Center over the holidays, being at the Sardi House for the Christmas lighting, bonfires, and the park. You know, 4th of July obviously is our favorite thing around here, but you know, they want to see the firefighters. And
Here's the animal shelter open house this weekend.
yeah, so
We have a tour of 30 kids coming over from HHC tomorrow.
yeah,
We do it all.
so we do it all. So it's that, and that's, I think, is an exciting part, what I've heard from a lot of the firefighters that they enjoy doing as well. It's being out there, being with the kids, being with the public, so. All right, thank you very much. I think you all passed. Good job. Very good. All right, the recruitment process. Max had to run out, so we are gonna get, hopefully he'll make it back in. Max also is one of the instructors for CMC, so he'll be giving you a little insight of what they're looking for from that.
He sent me the physical ability test information if you want to share.
Why don't I start, just review some of the training expectations, and then we can have Max come back and fill us in with some stuff.
Be right back. They just canceled.
Perfect. Great. Okay, so we've been sitting here talking about how cool it is and all that kind of stuff. But there is a lot of work. Okay, and especially that very first year, you know, we're not gonna pull any punches. It's a lot of work, there's a lot of time dedications, there's a lot of expectations that are put on you, which is exactly why Nikki said, we're gonna keep on checking in with you because people are the top of our list, and making sure that your people are being taken care of as well. Because if you don't have a good, stable home life, then you're not gonna be good and stable here as well. So that's why we wanna, you know, really kind of lay out what the next year looks like. And if this is something that you are excited about and think you could pull off, fantastic. If it sounds like it might be a little bit more than you're capable of at this point in time, that's okay. We invite you to consider coming back another year. Oh, what? Busy.
Wow, it's so busy. That's a smoky.
That's an old line.
So, as Nikki was mentioning, this is an informational meeting, and everyone that is here, we're gonna make sure that we send you an invite for an interview, and then you can decide, do you want to kind of progress forward or not in the interview process. Once that's over with, we'll offer letters of intent for the station calls page.
Oh, for Cotton Wood.
All calls and all hands page for all of you to respond to your stations for coverage. All hands page, respond to your station for coverage, and 1745.
Okay.
Two all calls.
So
Cotton Wood, that's 5.
as you progress through the interview process and reach a point where you are chosen to be part of our organization, and the academy is run through CMC, through Colorado Mountain College. It'll start till mid-January. But between September-ish, when we put out those letters of intent and the beginning of that was going to turn itself off. It should have. All right. Between now and January, we do have a task book that is a pre-academy task book. And it's a time for you to learn who Aspen Fire is and what we're all about. That during that time, we have an expectation of you coming in and spending 2 10-hour shifts during the day per month, going through that task book, learning about Aspen Fire Department's history, about our daily operations, how we work, that we're going to expect you to attend some of our operational meetings, potentially some of our fire trainings and some of our events. Get to know as many people in fire as you can, both career and volunteer. Because we want very much for you to understand what we are all about before you go to the academy. So that when you come back out of the academy, then you're able to start really rolling right into the organization. That's the goal, okay? From early January to the beginning of May, you'll be going through the CMC Fire and Hazmat Academy. This is going to be a physical academy as well as a mental academy. You're going to be learning a lot, but you're also going to be doing a lot of physical activity. There are calisthenics and physical exercise that you are going to do as team building exercises, as well as being able to prepare you for the rigors of the fire service. And in that program, the normal schedule, I can't guarantee it at this point in time, but the highest likelihood is the schedule will be Tuesday and Thursday nights, and pretty much all day, every Saturday for the entire semester. So this is a notable time commitment. And again, checking in and talking to your significant others and families and making sure that they understand. This is not, hey, I get to show up a couple times a week. It's like, no, that's the schedule and you are expected to adhere to it. You will come out of that academy with a firefighter one. You will have completed the firefighter one written test and practical. You will have completed the hazmat operations practical. You'll have to finish the hazmat operations written on your own, but as you know, we'll help you out as a group. And once you have those, then after you've got firefighter one and hazmat, we will be sending you to either an EMR, emergency medical responder, or EMT, emergency medical technician class, if you don't already have it already. You will be going through ICS courses. These are actually pretty easy. They're done online. The S130-190 and L180 wildland fire training program, for those of you who have already been through something like that, there's actually a little bit more of expansion on it now. And so you will be a red carded firefighter at the end of this. Then there is a post-academy task book, at which point you will take all of that knowledge that's been crammed into your head and body at the academy, and then you will learn how we at Aspen Fire do those specific skills. Because our equipment, you know, every department's a little bit different depending on what their locale is, what equipment they have. And so the basic skills that you've learned, we will then fine tune them and hone them to what Aspen Fire is all about. During the academy, the expectation is for you to continue to try and attend our monthly meetings, and again, try and meet as many of our members as possible. This is really important because, again, people's at the top of that list. We want our firefighters to know who you are. We want you to know who our firefighters are. You noticed Ryan Warren was here and he put his phone number up there. He doesn't know any of you from Adam, but immediately the fact that you're showing interest in our department, he wants to make sure that you are comfortable and confident getting hold of him if you have any questions. And most of the firefighters on our department are going to feel exactly the same way as him. A few of them are going to kind of shy away because they're a little bit shy, but if you corner them and ask them a question, they're going to answer it as well. They want you to be an integral part of this organization. Okay. As I mentioned down here, once you're out of the academy and are working on some of these other training programs, our expectation is for you to put in 3 10-hour shifts per month so that you can work on some of this stuff while you're here, so that you've got people to help support you. And you're also working on those task books, because the task books actually need to be done here under the auspices of firefighters. Once you are out of the academy, and actually even partway through the academy, you are allowed to come here. I mean, actually, you can come here at the station anytime you want to and sit downstairs, have your lunch, and study your stuff and have a cold drink. And if a call comes in, you talk to the officer that's on duty and you can respond on calls. There's a good chance you might be standing by the fire truck, but depending on where you are in this series of trainings and things like that, you may become involved in some of the things that are going on in what we would call the cold or warm zone, where they may put you and say, here, work with this person and set up these traffic cones or something like that, or create a safe space over here for our firefighters to change out bottles. We are going to try and get you involved as much as possible. We don't want you to just be in a sterile cocoon while you're going through all this training. We want you to see what it's all about on the streets. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns, neuroses?
That's what it's all in.
In general, again, I'm saying it based on the information that we have for this spring academy, but the information we have hasn't been settled yet. But it highest likely is going to be the schedule that I told you, and highest likely is it will be centered at Carbondale Fire Department. Yes, sir.
For EMS calls, I know there's also Aspen and Beam. Do you guys respond to whenever there's an EMS call? Do you guys both respond, or is there some sort of sharing or trade-off?
It depends on the level of the call. Okay, and so our current agreement with Aspen Ambulance is anything that is a Delta or Echo level medical call, and we've got a dispatcher here that could probably go right down the list and tell us what all that stuff is, but they're considered higher acuity calls. And so anything that is a Delta or Echo level call, that we are simultaneously dispatched so that we can go out to them. Lower level calls, at this point in time, Aspen Ambulance responds on their own if based on the dispatch information that they have, if they have concerns about what's going on, or if they arrive on scene and determine that they need some assistance, then they can call us and we'll respond to go with them. Cool. Any other questions, comments, concerns about what we've got going on here? All right.
Scott, I do have one question.
Yes.
Those 2 10-hour shifts per month, that's just 10 hours all in one go.
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
We are flexible. And again, I had this stuff up here to try and show you is there's going to be, I think, a notable time effort in the next year. But we also understand in this pre-academy period, you may be trying to get your life into a position so that you can do that next year. So we are quite a bit more flexible on the pre-academy task book and work as compared to the in-academy and post-academy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've had a number of people that are like, I work every Wednesday night, so I can't come to any of the meetings prior to the academy. But I've already talked to my work and they know starting in January, I need to have Wednesday nights off so that I can go to the meetings, or I need to have Tuesdays and Thursdays nights off to go to the academy, whatever it is. We get that first 3 or 4 months, we will be flexible. We will be more flexible than we will be after January, if that makes sense. With the anticipation that you'll be working on making sure that you can fit yourself into that training program. Cool. All right. So this is actually pictures from down at the Carbondale Fire, and these are pictures of the academy in progress. So obviously the goal is for us to get you to be full-fledged firefighters. You'll have firefighter 1, hazmat, EMR, EMT, be wildland firefighters. You'll have all of that stuff. But during your training program, you'll be what we call a tier 5 trainee firefighter. You'll be able to go on calls and things, but under supervision of the officers. Like I said, you may be like, stay here, or get attached to someone's hip and stay with them all the time, that kind of a deal. Eventually, once you have completed all of the training that we have listed there, which we anticipate will take over a year. We are anticipating that you guys will be the class of 27. You won't be at what we call badged. You won't have completed all of your training and become a full-fledged member of our fire department until probably November or December of 27, maybe even January or so of 28. Okay. So this is a commitment. All right. And then eventually, once you've completed all of this stuff that we were just talking about, then you'll be a tier 1 firefighter. Okay.
Real quick, I gotta go softball. Just want to say thank you to these boys for showing up. Easily the best thing I've ever done in my life. You will just get discouraged. Stick with it. We're here for you.
Do it.
It's what my best to use.
Thank you very much. All right. Once you have once you become batch, in order to continue on as an Aspen firefighter, are required to work 1 24-hour shift per month. That has been one of the huge successes of Aspen Fire, making the conversion from all volunteer to a combination department. And I can tell you, in my 40 plus years in emergency services, almost 50 years in emergency services in the fire department, I've worked in conjunction with 4 different combination departments in my career. 3 of them were abject failures. And this one is an amazing success. And one of the primary reasons is that right there is when Red goes out and pulls up in front of somebody's house and 4 firefighters get off and they go to work. You can't tell who the career is or who the volunteer is. We all wear the same uniform. We all do the same job. We all have the same minimum requirements. When you work a 24-hour shift, you come in at 7 o'clock in the morning with the rest of the crew and you check the apparatus, and you clean the apparatus, and you clean the station. You have never cleaned a toilet in your life? You will learn how to clean a toilet because that's what we do. In most parts of the country, firefighters are the highest paid janitorial staff in the area, except Aspen, because here most of the janitorial staff actually make more than the firefighters here. But that's what you do. We are all the same. We are Aspen Fire Department. Yes, there are career members. Yes, there are volunteer members. But when we walk out that door, we wear the same patch. We're Aspen Fire Department. Okay? You will be expected to respond on 25% of the all calls. And as was mentioned before, the all calls are the bigger calls, structure fires, significant EMS calls, auto accidents, rope rescues, swift water rescues, things like that. And so throughout the year, we totally understand. Again, people at the top. If you're sick, if you've been watching the football game and had a couple beers, if your family's going somewhere, all call comes in. It's like, no, not this one. But you're hanging out at home and you're picking your toenails, and the all call comes in. It's like, yeah, that's the one. Go on it. Okay. The expectation is for you to respond on 25% of the all calls during a year. 30. I'm sorry.
Just to put a number to that. So we average about 150 of those a year. So that's about 40 calls. I tell people about 35 to 40 calls that you need to aim for in the year. Now, we can never predict that. We never know if we're going to have less, we're going to have more, but if you're looking at it that way, it's about, I tell people about 40.
Yeah. 36 hours of training. We will offer you hundreds, if not thousands of hours of training that you can choose to be involved with, both here within our organization, other organizations up and down the valley, throughout the state, potentially even in other states. Okay. We highly encourage our people to get out and about, meet other firefighters, learn what other firefighters are doing, bring the best stuff back to us so that we're constantly on that forward-thinking edge. Okay. But there are specific types of trainings every year that we offer that you have to meet 36 hours of that. And we can get into that more detail later on. You need to be in person at 4 operational meetings per year to maintain your status as a member of good standing. You need to go to 2 prevention or public education events and be involved with that. And a lot of you said you want to get back to the community. That's one of the greatest ways to do it. Put on this uniform, you drive up a $1 million fire truck, and everyone's like, "They're heroes!" That's the really cool stuff. It really is. And then all the certifications that you got that first year, you just have to maintain them. And the trainings that I was talking about, especially these 36 hours of training, those are all geared specifically to helping you maintain those certifications. So it's not something where, like, when your certification comes due, it's going to be due in a month, and then we surprise you. It's like, oh, by the way, you've got 34 of your 36 hours of training you need to accomplish before your cert's done. We will help you keep track of all that kind of stuff. It is still your responsibility because it's your certification, but we will help guide you to make sure that when time comes that you're pretty much there. In fact, most of the time, our people accomplish all that they need to do their recertification about 2/3 of the way through their cert when their cert is good. And so when it comes time for their recert to be taken care of, it's usually just me pushing a button on the computer and it's all taken care of. Cool. Again, just a note, the disclaimer, these aren't minimums. We could potentially change requirements. We haven't changed them in 30 years. But at the same time, is we have to recognize the fact that even though the fire service, we jokingly say it is 250 years of tradition unhampered by progress, fire service does continue to move forward. And so there may be things that come up in your career, which hopefully is going to be long and distinguished, that might come up that it's something new you have to learn. Okay, cool.
You kind of went through that.
Literally, we just kind of said all. Okay, we just got finished talking about our community outreach and educational events. Some of them are educational, some of them are fun, but they're all fun for us. It's all an opportunity for us to interact with the community. And again, that people thing, our people interacting with those people out there. Again, those are just minimums at this point. Cool. So, Nikki?
All right, so next steps. So we are going to send out an email with a questionnaire. We only get about 20 minutes with you if you're invited to come back for the interview. It's a tight time, but we want to respect everybody's time. It's, you see, we've got a lot of interest. This is amazing. It's great. So hopefully we're able to give everybody an opportunity. It does go in front of an application review committee. That'll be happening here in a couple of weeks. Deadline is the 31st. If you know of anybody else that you want to pull in with you to do this, have them get their application in so that I can communicate with them. We'll send them a recording of this meeting so that they get the same sort of information. So we'll send out a questionnaire. It just asks a little bit more in-depth questions. We want to learn a little bit more about you because, as I said, we're going to have limited time with you in those interviews. So be on the lookout for that. It'll come through that Bamboo system that you guys have been getting your other emails with. So please look at your spam if you're not getting, if you don't see it. We'll have that out by the end of the week and have that due the same time applications are due the 31st. As I said, we'll be reviewing all applications and we will be letting you know if you move forward sometime around August 5th. We're going to hopefully hold interviews the week of August 17th. That is tentative. We do try to get our volunteers, our just different ranks and stuff involved. So I do have to work around their schedules and stuff. So that is kind of when we're shooting for. It could be the next one. But again, we want to get people in, get that orientation started in September and get you ready to roll sometime the end of September. Get a few months with you before you head to the academy.
Cool. Max just came back in. And so I wanted to give him an opportunity to talk to you a little bit about what the CMC Academy looks like. Max and Mike have both been instructors with the CMC Academy. So I've asked both of you to give an instructor's view. And then Connor was recently in an academy and he can give you a point of view of what it's like as a student in the academy. Thanks. Mike?
Can you guys hear me online?
And let me just put this around.
Over there.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Let me just make sure.
I've been in and out, so I don't know how much you guys have been told about Academy so far this evening. Have you been told much? A little bit? Okay. I know you've been through Academy already, so this will be a repetition for you. I've been involved in the CMC Academy one way or the other for 5.5 years. up to the lead instructor for 2 rounds. So I have some insight from what it's like from the academy side. It's not always going to be that easy. The schedule's pretty intense, especially for people that have full-time jobs, for people that have families, for people that have outside commitments. But it's awesome. You're going to be there for 2 nights a week, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and a full day of Saturday, which is either 8 to 4 or 9 to 5, depending on how it gets set. It's hard work. It's not always that much fun, but it's super rewarding. It's gone through a couple different evolutions over the last 5 years, with it now being kind of reset, restarted with a brand new lead instructor. So everyone has a lot of high hopes for it. Starting with can I have my phone back, Mikey, so I can read through the PAT? Starting with the physical side of things, if you guys are not used to working out, being active regularly, I'd encourage you guys to start trying to become active from now. The reason I say that is because you're going to be working out every day when you're at academy. It's going to look like some sort of calisthenic workout, usually 15 to 30 minutes, pretty high intensity. Before you get into academy and you're allowed to kind of progress through academy, there's going to be a physical agility test. What that's going to look like this year is you're going to be wearing a 45-pound vest, and there's going to be 8 stations. The first phase of that is going to be for time. The first station is going to be a tower climb. Everything in the first phase of this is going to be with a weight vest of 45 pounds on. You're going to then carry up 2 flights of stairs, down 2 flights of stairs 4 times, carrying a 40-pound sandbag. Second station is going to be a dummy drag, 75 feet long, of a dummy that's 180 pounds. Third station is going to be an equipment hoist, which is going to be hoisting a roll of 2.5-inch hose, which is 35 pounds. 2 flights up on a rope, 2 flights down, and that has to be a controlled lower. Fourth station is going to be a charged hose line extension. So what I mean by that is a hose that's full of water. You're going to extend that, pull that out 100 feet. Sounds not that difficult, but a hose line full of water, if you think of a gallon of water being 8 and change pounds, 100 feet with all the friction, it gets harder. Station 5 is a Kaiser sled. Show of hands, anyone know what a Kaiser sled is? Great, so a Kaiser sled is this metal tray that has a big weight sat in the middle of it. You stand either side of it with a sledgehammer and you smash this weight down the length of the Kaiser sled. There's some tips and tricks for getting good at that, and we can kind of go through that as you guys get closer. But that is station 5. Station 6 is an equipment carry, which is going to be some sort of tool carry in both hands, so effectively farmer's carry. 100 feet down, 100 feet back. You're allowed to set the tools down once. Station 7 is a prop push. You'll be given a pike pole, which is a long stick with a hook at the end of it. And you'll have to extend that up and back down to the ground 4 times. And there'll be some sort of weight either on the top of that pike pole, or you'll be pushing up on some sort of weight. Don't know what that weight's going to be yet. Then your time will finish and you move into a fine motor skill test, which will be connecting hoses and unconnecting hoses. So it's just threading hoses together, screwing hoses together, and unscrewing them. It's a pretty standard physical agility test for the fire service. Anyone that feels like that might be a lot If you guys are working towards that before January, we would love to help you get ready for that in-house. All of us have been through some evolution of that test. We know what it's like. If you guys are struggling with that, we'd love to help with that. Academy is run not quite like a military style, paramilitary style organization, but it is strict. So 15 minutes early is on time. You will have the opportunity to have discussions with your instructors, but remember that the instructors typically each day have a combined experience of about 100 years in the fire service. And they promise they do know what they're talking about, and they're very good at doing this job. They're very good at teaching. Does anyone have any questions about Academy? There's gonna be a lot of self-study portions to it. The fire service is split between hands-on skills and doing stuff and book knowledge. The book knowledge side of things, the textbook studying, is going to be a lot of self-studying, adult learning within a schedule, but kind of on you guys to study and do outside of the academy. The academy is going to be mostly focused on the hands-on skills. So don't just expect it to be 2 nights a week, a Saturday, and be done. There's going to be studying, there's going to be quizzes, tests, that kind of stuff outside of academy time, college time. Beginning of January is, as we all know, cold and dark and wet, and you will be outside and you will be playing with water because just kind of what we do. Just be prepared for that. I know it sounds like I'm trying to scare you. I promise I'm not. I'm just trying to set realistic expectations. Okay. Do you have anything else to add?
So it's just, it is night school. The instructors understand that. Respect your time, so definitely respect theirs while you're there. And it's a great experience. It's a super dynamic academy at the moment. And it's always trying to improve on the needs of not only the national standards, but needs from our taxpayers. So
one of the reasons we use the Fire Academy is because we just in-house do not have the capabilities to offer the same type of education. We could get you guys through a test that make you guys pass, but that will turn you into competent firefighters with connections throughout the valley. I was on a structure fire. There's a picture up here. Don't know how many slides back, a few slides back, but I was on a structure fire up in Snowmass. Because of either working here or my time through academy or working at different agencies in the valley, I knew every single one of the 65 personnel that were on scene. So you will make that structure fire right there. You will make a lot of connections.
Multiple agencies working together.
You will make a lot of connections, and it's creating this really tight bond. It's helping create this really tight bond of firefighting within the Roaring Fork Valley. Questions?
Are the materials for studying available before January?
Yep, we can absolutely get those out to you. That'll be a training division question, but they can absolutely get that out to you beforehand.
And then are there tests that occur that we would be needed to?
Anything that you would need to get through academy will either be provided by us or the academy directly. We will absolutely cover every cost that you need. Now, some people might want something different, you know, some kind of special pair of shorts or, you know, a knee brace or whatever. That's not something we're going to provide, but we will absolutely provide you, between either us or the academy, everything that you need to get through academy.
In addition to that, we'll actually provide vehicles to transport you to the academy classes.
And on the fitness side of it, to just keep in mind, you know, if you're brought on, we have multiple studios. We have one just tucked back here. We have 2 out at Station 62 that you're welcome to use. And we have a lot of expertise when it comes to physical fitness. We've got Mike Holmes back here, one of them. you know, and, you know, that are certified trainers and stuff. So they'll help you through that.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Connor. Can give you an idea, yeah, can give you an idea what it's like from the other side.
I know you guys have been hit with a lot of information today, so I'll try to keep this super sweet, super short. We got pizza downstairs. Yeah, I graduated in May of 2024. Academy was under different leadership at that time. It was a different platform. Mine was very strict and definitely paramilitary. But things have changed, as Max has said, so there may be much more leniency and forgiveness. But something that I think that you all should know is the first thing that I was taught years ago when I was in the private EMS side. You get what you put in. The more you train, the more you study, the more successful you're going to be. So in Academy, just like any other sort of scholastic kind of platform, you had a book, you read the book, you get tested on that, and then you apply it out into the field. That's just how it's going to go throughout the entire time, with the beginning of the class doing some sort of functional fitness. Something, again, to rephrase what Max said, is the moment you decide to join the fire service, it's no longer about yourself. It's about the guy next to you, the gal next to you. It's about the community out there. So build each other up, be there on time. Whatever the time that your instructors set, make it happen, for sure. There are going to be a lot of times where you may excel at something and someone else in your academy, whether they're with Aspen Fire or not, they may be deficient. Build each other up, be there for each other. I mean, it goes a long way. I think something that really helped us out in the academy was we had a really bad day, just getting absolutely smoked. We'd like to go to a restaurant. We'd like to hang out. We'd like to talk about the day. We'd like to just debrief, just get the stress out. Be there for each other. Again, specify that enough. Yeah, just study hard, work hard. You guys got 6 months right now. That is a lot of time to get yourself in shape. You know, a lot of the gentlemen in the back, Mike Holmes, you know, he's one of the biggest dudes here, so he definitely knows how to pick things up and put them down. So yeah, he's a good resource. I'm a good resource. We can provide some sort of cheat sheet for you guys to get into shape if necessary. It's not going to be easy, but then again, nothing in life is worth obtaining if it comes easy. So that's all I got. And feel free to approach me later on if you guys got any more questions, and I can tell you some great stories and my good days, my bad days.
Thank you, Connor. Bobby, do you have anything that you want to add to the?
Unreal. I think pretty much everything covered up. So it's good.
Obviously, there has been a lot of stress about physical fitness. That is important. We want to also make sure that it's not just your neck size versus your IQ. A lot of it also has to do with technique. In particular, obviously, I'm looking at the ladies. I've spent about 35 of my 40 plus, almost 50 years in the fire service in some sort of instructional capability. And so I have been teaching female firefighters and male firefighters for a long time. And I can assure you that most guys will just go over and neck something up. Most women will do a much better technique because they learn that technique. So you guys, watch the women, they'll actually teach you how to do it right instead of you just picking it up and putting it down. Okay. So that's a big part of this as well, as we were saying, is part of this whole prep period before you start the academy is those opportunities to get yourself in shape, but also start figuring out how to do things, not just building up muscle. Cool. We'll start real quickly. Adam and Nathaniel, we've been having our backs to you a lot. I apologize for that, but do you guys have any questions or comments about what you've heard tonight?
No questions now. Appreciate all the information.
Very much.
Same here. Thank you.
All right, everybody, thank you. Break it up.